All right, listen up, y'all. I need you to stop whatever you're doing right now and pay close attention to what I'm about to say. What I'm about to share with you in these next few minutes ain't no coincidence. Your eyes landed here 'cause God's got this moment just for you. Somebody planned your fall with care, patience, and a smile on their face. And God saw it all. Not because he was distant or busy with something else. No, sir. God watched because he already knew that what was being said against you would turn out to be the biggest proof of his power in your life. That trap meant to take you down, it just closed in around the one who set it. And if you're still feeling confused, if that weight's still pressing on your chest, if you still don't understand why God stayed silent while all that was happening, it's 'cause you ain't seen the end of the story yet. And that's exactly what I'm here to show you today. Stick with me till the very end. What's coming next's gonna change how you see everything that's happened so far. Before we go any further, drop an amen in the comments below. That simple act is the first step in your freedom story. And make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, 'cause this channel's going to be a spiritual anchor for you in the months ahead. You're going to need these words, so keep coming back. Now, listen close. There's a pattern that shows up in every chosen one's life, and I mean, it's so clear, so repeatable, so much the same in every story of every anointed soul that when you recognize it, you're going to get a chill down your spine. Here's the pattern. The closer you get to your destiny, the more organized the opposition becomes against you. It's no accident. It's no stroke of bad luck. It's spiritual. Because the enemy don't waste his time on what's worthless. He don't craft elaborate schemes against ordinary folks. He don't spend his energy trying to bring down someone who's no threat to his darkness. When someone comes after you with that level of intensity, when the persecution is so well planned, when the lies are spread with such precision, when the trap is set so carefully, that's a sign, not of weakness, but of greatness. The size of the attack? That's an indicator of your calling. Think about this. Nobody throws stones at a tree that ain't got fruit. Nobody sets a trap for something that's not valuable. You were chosen as a target because you're a threat. Because what God put inside you, if unleashed, it could change environments, break cycles, and set generations free. And those who set the trap, they knew that. Maybe you didn't realize it, but they did. And right there's where everything changes. Because the moment those people, those who rose up against you, decided to work against you, they did the most dangerous thing a human can do. They put themselves between you and the destiny God's got for you. And God doesn't overlook that. Not out of pride or vanity, but because the purpose he's planted in you isn't yours alone. It's his. It's a promise from him. It's his commitment to what he's spoken over your life. And when someone tries to block God's promise, it's not just you defending it. It's God himself stepping down from his throne to make sure it happens. And he doesn't fight like we do. We argue, debate, try to prove our point. But God fights in silence. He moves in the invisible. He works behind the scenes in ways no human eye can see while it's happening. But when the right moment comes, 'cause it always does, the trap turns into a testimony. That's why I've prepared something special for you right now. It's an ebook called The Chosen's Guide to Family Protection. Inside, you'll find specific prayers to break family traps, psalms to cancel out envy and curses, and 3 practical steps to seal each member of your household with Jesus' blood. The link's in the description and pinned in the first comment. Already, thousands of families across the U.S. have received this material and say that in less than a week, everything changed. Fights stopped, money started stretching longer, kids began talking again, marriages reignited out of nowhere. Don't wait. This content might be pulled at any moment because of the sensitive nature of what we're dealing with here. If you feel that tug in your heart right now, type "I am chosen" in the comments and go grab your copy. This ain't no sales pitch, it's a mission. Your family's been waiting for you to step up longer than you think. God didn't bring you this far just so you'd walk away empty-handed. Now, I need you to hold on tight for what I'm about to tell you. There's a verse in Proverbs 26:27 that says, "Whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and whoever rolls a stone will have it roll back on them." It's not just a metaphor. It's not poetry. It's a spiritual law. It's the invisible architecture of God's universe working with perfect precision. Every trap has a creator, and that creator, believe it or not, gets caught up in what they built. Not because God's vengeful, but because that's how the spiritual mechanics work. What you send out, you attract. What you plant, you reap. Whatever you build to tear someone down, it'll come back to you, tested, and often first. You ain't gotta lift a finger. That's what frustrates folks who don't understand divine protection. They expect God to show up in a big, visible battle, big fireworks, big drama, big spectacle. But God's most powerful move? It's in the quiet, the strategic silence. God let the trap be set. Every piece, every detail, every lie spread, every door they tried to close, that's all seen by Him. While you cried, while you questioned, while you wondered why heaven was silent, God's courtroom was in session. And the verdict? It's already been written. You just didn't see it yet. Now, listen real close, 'cause what I'm about to reveal will change everything. The trap that was set against you, it had a major flaw. The ones who set it, they didn't count on the covenant you've got. It's not a covenant you made, no sir. It's one God made long before the foundation of the world, with those He chose for His divine purpose, and you're one of them. Eternal covenants come with clauses humans can't see. One of those? No weapon formed against you will prosper. That's not wishful thinking. That's a divine decree. And God's decrees? They don't need nobody's approval to come to pass. What was meant to take you down? It didn't work. Maybe you're still in the middle of things and can't see it yet. Maybe your enemy's fall hasn't fully played out in your sight. But the decree's been issued, the verdict's been handed down, and the execution's already underway in dimensions your eyes haven't yet reached. That's why this digital book is available now, The Chosen's Guide to Family Protection. Links in the description and pinned comment. Grab it while you can. Tomorrow might be too late for your family. But I want you to understand something way bigger than just a comeback. The trap? It's not just been disarmed, it's been turned around. God doesn't waste nothing. Every attack meant to destroy you, it now becomes the very fuel for your next level. Every door they tried to shut turns into the hallway that leads you exactly where God's always wanted you to go. Persecution? That's the arrow. You're the bow. And Yoel, God's the one who aimed the shot. All that pain, that injustice, that feeling of being abandoned while you couldn't understand God's silence, it was all being used to stretch you out. And the more He stretched you, the farther you'll go when that moment to fly comes. And that moment's right here, right now. See, God didn't bring you this far just to show you the trap. No, He brought you to show you who you are after you've survived it. Now, I gotta speak straight to you about something that's bigger than the attack you faced. Most folks walk away from something like this with one of two scars, either bitterness or authority. Bitterness is carrying the weight of what was done to you as if it's still happening. Authority is when you see what was meant to destroy you as the very process that shaped your purpose. Without even knowing, those who tried to break you were actually your trainers. Every punch, every hit, it taught you where to protect yourself. Every lie spread about you, it showed you who deserves access to your life. Every door they closed, it revealed that the doors God opens don't need man's approval to stay open. You come out of it different, not broken, not destroyed, not defeated. You're sharper, more discerning, more aware of the covenant you carry and the power that's within you. And that's why I've put together this powerful digital book just for you, The Chosen's Guide to Family Protection. This isn't just some coincidence you're holding this in your hands. Just like you're watching this video, you're chosen. God's given you the responsibility to be the end of the line, the final point for everything that's hurt your family for generations. Links in the description, and it's pinned in the first comment. Just click, receive, open, and put it into action. In 7 days, you'll feel your home start to change. I don't just guarantee it, the word itself guarantees it. Drop a comment now saying, I accept the mission, and get your material before this video gets taken down. Your whole family depends on what you do right now. Your children, your grandchildren, your future generations, they're watching you at this very moment. Now, I want to speak straight to you. If you're watching this today, it's because God's the one who set this moment up. It wasn't luck. It wasn't some random search. You were led here for a reason, because God's got something He wants to confirm in your spirit right now. Think about your own story. How many times have you been on the edge of the abyss and something, no logical explanation, changed course? How many times was destruction almost certain, the scene already setting up to fall apart, and at the last second, something opened up a way out that shouldn't have been there? How many times have you looked back after chaos and saw that hidden, invisible shield was never truly gone? This ain't luck, y'all. It's covenant working. It's a sign you were marked before birth for a purpose bigger than any human attack. And that trap that was set against you, no matter how deep, how painful, how long it lasted, it didn't have enough power to undo what God's already declared over your life. Because God doesn't craft fragile destinies. When He writes your call, He writes with ink that lasts forever. And that ink, it doesn't fade with time. It doesn't erase with rejection. It doesn't vanish with betrayal. And it sure as hell doesn't disappear with the enemy's most sophisticated trap. You were made to last. And whoever set that trap against you, right now, while you're watching this, while God's confirming His promise over your life, they're reaping what they sowed. Not always in some loud, dramatic way. Sometimes God's justice is quiet. Sometimes the enemy's fall happens in ways nobody sees, but it always happens because the spiritual realm doesn't accept imbalance. What's been sent against you? It's coming back, multiplied, to the one who launched it. And what they tried to block in your life, it's being released to you, multiplied. That's what God saw, not as a passive spectator, but as a just judge, keeping track of every detail for the final reckoning. And that moment's finally here. That's why I've brought this powerful digital book into your hands, The Chosen's Guide to Family Protection. It's in the link in the description and pinned in the first comment. It ain't about money. It's about obeying your call. Comment below, I'm chosen to protect my family, and let that commitment be sealed in public. A comment carries weight. A comment makes a difference. A comment shifts the spiritual realm. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and share this video with a family member or friend who needs to hear this today. You might just be the instrument God uses to set another family free.